Well, new details on a controversial state law that allows charter schools to claim classroom space in undercapacity schools for free. Tonight, Florida education leaders are proposing tighter rules for Schools of Hope charter schools after critics said the program created chaos and panic in districts across Florida. Fox 13's Aaron Mesmer has been following this. So, Aaron, give us a breakdown on what could be changing in this law.
Yeah, Linda, this is kind of the first time we've seen some possible changes. Critics had a series of concerns. At the top of the list, the new law didn't clearly define what classifies a public school as underutilized, which would allow Schools of Hope charter operators to claim space in almost any school as long as there was at least one open seat. The proposed changes released today by the State Board of Ed appear to address that and some other things. The new guidelines would limit the charter schools to public facilities that are less than 75% full or ones that have at least 400 open student stations. As we've reported, late last year, the state passed a law allowing for-profit charter schools classified as Schools of Hope to claim classroom space in undercapacity public schools for free, as you said. This is a process known as co-locating. These proposed changes would now potentially force charters to chip in for things like security, utilities, and custodial costs. Some critics, however, feel the law still doesn't go far enough. They say it'll still cost districts too much money and take away opportunities from public school students.
It's allowing a school to come in and say, I may or may not have this number of seats, and I'm going to take it anyway. And I may or may not fill them, but I'm still going to get access to these seats. And that's a huge problem, because what happens if our public schools start to grow? There's no mechanism to get those seats back, which will ultimately cost taxpayers more money.
Public school advocates also worry that the charters would not be forced to follow district policy, so that hasn't changed. However, according to proposed changes, they wouldn't be able to target new schools built within the last 4 years. Meanwhile, after the law initially passed last year, a pair of charter operators sent out hundreds of letters of intent to co-locate in districts across the state. That was where some of that chaos came from. But moving forward, Schools of Hope would be limited to 5 letters in a 12-month period. These proposed changes are up for a vote at the State Board of Education's next meeting, which is going to happen in February in Key West. Linda.
All right. Aaron, thank you.